Dr. Angela McBurdy of DrFlute.com, and today I'm reviewing the Guo Piccolo. Flute Center of New York sent me this Guo Piccolo for me to review. And if you have any flute needs, if you're thinking of a flute trial yourself, or you want a new head joint, or you're looking for sheet music, go to Flute Center of New York. Use my code DrFlute. And on flutes and head joints, you'll get a few perks. And one of those is free shipping. You'll get a 10-day flute trial instead of a 7-day flute trial, and you get an 18-month warranty instead of a 12-month warranty, and then you get 10% off sheet music. Now with Guo flutes, there is not a warranty from Flute Center of New York, but Guo themselves have given you a warranty, and that warranty is a 2-year warranty, so you still have a warranty with these instruments. All right, so let me just talk about the instrument a little bit here. It's very light, but if I compare this to my piccolo, this is my Brannan piccolo, and this is the Guo, there isn't a ton of difference in how light they are. So while if you were looking at a Guo flute, how light that is really can make a difference. I wouldn't say that there's a huge difference in how much one piccolo weighs over the other. So it still is, I think it's 5 ounces, a little bit more than 5 ounces for this piccolo. So it is definitely lighter. It just, I don't feel it a huge difference in my hands when I'm picking it up. So they have called the material that this is, which is a composite of materials, Grenaditte. And that's because there's some similarities between the materials and how this is made, this piccolo, and the grenadilla wood that this piccolo is made out of. You can look up in the manufacturer what those similarities are. But this is called heavy-walled head joint. I think the piccolo is heavy-walled as well. The head joint does come off, but it comes together as one piece in the case. So you have a nice case that keeps the piccolo all together in the case. Also, the material here on the instrument is textured like wood. So if you're looking at it really closely, you can see that there's just little indentations and stuff as if it was really wood. That really gives it a no-slip feel. You feel like your finger here and your thumb you're going to grab a hold of that instrument. It's not going to just keep sliding off. I think if this were just a smooth plastic, it would be really hard to keep the instrument on your finger over here. So I think that texture really helps. Also, the keys are textured, so there's a little bit of a texture on these keys, and I think that helps that slip, that no slip feeling in there. All right, so let me play it a little bit. I think just the same as on the flute, the Guo flute, you need to find the right spot on your lip for this. So for piccolos, even any piccolo, you need to move it up on your lip from where you would normally play your flute. So if I put it where my flute would be, not bad, so that it doesn't come out or doesn't sound, but I know I'm covering way too much hole here. So I'm going to move it up as I would any piccolo. But I think if you get any new head joint, any new flute, you have to find the right spot on your lip. So I would really tell you to experiment. Where does it fit best on your lip? There's a difference between those. So if I move it around, I can find the one where I think I get the best tone. My tuner says that's a little bit sharp. So I'm going to pull the head joint out just a little bit and then maybe look at tuning as I go. So I'm going to play low. So I'm still experimenting for the right spot. I like that spot better. I think it's got a great tone down here. I'm not sure that it is all that much unlike your regular wooden piccolo sound. So I didn't go all the way up to high C, but it does play up there very nicely. I think the resistance is similar to a regular piccolo and how you play up there. I think articulation-wise, it responds beautifully here. Moves very nicely. I like the sound of it. I think that it's really responding quite well. Now I notice when I'm looking at my tuner, which I have open down here, not so hard to get in tune. That D flat, C sharp was a little bit tricky for me to move to. I have to experiment around what's the best place for that. And also, where should I have this? Because it was really very sharp, almost 50 cents sharp in that C sharp area. And so I would probably balance this because my upper register was coming in tune really well. So maybe if I pulled this out a little bit, I could adjust the upper register a little bit easier than maybe those two notes. But all told, I don't think it was terribly hard to get in tune. Now, like any piccolo that you work on, you do need to work on intonation and what's best for that particular instrument. And there's alternate fingerings for piccolo, and that would work just as well on here. But it probably would take you working with a tuner to know what your instrument is going to use. As far as loud volume goes, I think it's a fine volume level. So I think it would work for marching bands if that's what your thing is, and for a good price. I think it's more than 1,000, but it's less than 1,500 in that price range, and I think it would work really well. But also because it does very well in rain and humidity and cold, you don't have to worry about that. It is water resistant. They say, don't throw it into the deep end of a pool, but because it's not waterproof, it is water resistant, so it's going to work in the rain. I think as a lot of times marching bands like to use the metal piccolos, and I think and they work fine for that. What this would do for you is still give you outdoor sound, but maybe take off a little bit of the shrill from a metal piccolo. But I think this also is great for a concert as well. If you're in a concert band and you do outdoor concerts, it'd be great. I remember doing an outdoor concert with an orchestra, and partway through playing, I think it was Tchaikovsky's 1812 Overture, as you'd like to do that out in outdoor concerts. You had the string players start heading for the inside because it started to rain, and they couldn't stay outside with their expensive instruments. But this, it can handle being in different weather. So I think it'd be a great one. And I think the sound is good. So if you're looking for a light piccolo that you can take anywhere, you can use in any setting, would work in any setting, I think this would be a great choice for you. So check out the Guo Piccolo and see what you think.